Venus and her ex were having some problems. Just the day before Venus disappeared, she was sitting down with her father and she was telling him that she was worried he was going to come and get her and kill her. So they go and they talk to Doug, and he has an alibi. So his alibi was solid. So now their biggest lead, the one thing that they thought was going to be like a surefire thing right from the beginning, was turning out to be a dead end. And they knew they were going to have a much harder time of answering the question. And the question was, what happened to Venus Stewart? But his reasoning wasn't like vibing with everyone, including police. I think they had a search warrant for all of his computers and stuff. They were also able to search his truck. They did find some stuff in the truck that was very useful, like a receipt to Walmart where he purchased a hat, some gloves, a shovel, and a tarp, like the tarp that was found at Venus's parents' house after she disappeared. Besides the items he purchased, that was interesting was that it was from the night before Venus went missing, and it was in Ohio. But he had an alibi that put him in Virginia at that time. So how can he be on video in 2 different states at the same time? That's what they have to figure out now. And they believed that he had an impersonator in his home while he was driving to Michigan. But in the meantime, they decide that the best thing they can do is look into Doug's cell phone records. And in doing this, they found that he had been talking to one person constantly. The person that Doug was talking to was a 20-year-old man named Ricky Spencer who lived in Delaware. And he cracked, and he admitted to police that he had gone to Doug's apartment, and he had stayed in Doug's apartment pretending to be him, to be his alibi, while he went to Michigan to take care of his wife. Ricky said that Doug called him at about 8:30 that morning and just said to him, quote, "Okay, dude, it's done." So Ricky asked him, like, what happened? And he told him what he did. He said he had taken that phone number, Venus's parents' phone number, and he had called that number while he was hiding outside the property. Once he got Venus on the line, he disguised his voice and said he was a mailman so that he could get her to come out because there was like a gate around the property, and that was the only way he was going to have access to her. He was hiding, dressed totally in dark clothing, just waiting for her to come out. And as soon as Venus was close enough, he jumped out and he grabbed her. But he was able to get her in that headlock and subdue her. And he said just one drop of blood fell from her nose, and that was it. Ricky then asked him if it was worth it. And Doug said that if he was able to keep his kid safe, then it was. And then he told him that he would call him back a little bit later because now he was going to bury Venus.